Hey guys, today I'm going to be talking about my homemade tether that I've made. I'm also going to be doing a video about my lineman's belt, but I don't happen to have it here with me. I might just add it into this video, I don't know. But I'm just going to show what I did, the kind of modifications I did, the rope, the carabiner, all that kind of stuff. Also, I want to mention I will be using a ropeman on this. I just haven't got it yet. So you'll see that I have a pre-sync on here with my carabiner. That will be changed to a ropeman, and I will have a pre-sync backup, so if my ropeman does something, malfunctions, I will have a chance to the pre-sync being caught on that. So I'll do an update on that sometime in the future and show that. But for now, this is just like the budget-friendly kind of deal. If you want to use a pre-sync, that's perfectly fine. For me, I just think a ropeman would be a little bit easier. So yeah, I'm going to show that, and yeah. Okay, so as you can see, I got this Samson Predator 11.4 millimeter rope. I got it off of Double Step Archery's website. I think that's what it's, Double Step something. It's a tether / lineman belt. I made it to my tether. I had I made a lineman belt out of my lifeline off of my climber I used last year, so I didn't have to buy any rope for that. And then I bought, I believe, 7mm accessory cord for the pre-sync. So I made this pre-sync. As you can see, I have a zip tie on here. I'll talk about that in a minute. And then the same for this pre-sync with my carabiner. I'm using this black diamond. I don't know if you can see that. Black diamond carabiner from REI. You can also get it off the Trophy Line website. I just went to the Trophy Line website, I found this, and then I looked it up on REI, and it's like $1 cheaper or something. I just got it off of REI. It's a screw lock carabiner, so screw it back together. Real easy to adjust. Very good carabiner. I think it's like $12, I think. And this accessory cord I got off Amazon, just 7mm accessory cord, 21 feet. I think it was $17. So yeah, I got that. So I'm going to show how to tie pre-sync and everything, but I just want to talk about this. So as you can see, this I have two pre-syncs, which is not usual with a zip tie on it, and the reason I put a zip tie on it is just because this was loosening up a little too much, so I just pulled it tight to where nothing can adjust, and it's pretty tight on there, and it'll hold my tether up. And I just tightened this hand tight, and then took some pliers and pulled this out to make it tighter and more secure. And that's basically just when I put this around the tree. I just slide this up to this loop, and I'll talk about what I did to this loop in a minute. And basically, if you put any slack in it for any reason, instead of it falling down the tree, it'll stay up. And instead of using like a night-eyes gear tie, which I know some people do, which is totally fine, I just decided I had extra pre-sync knot, and I had done that on my lifeline on my my climber. That I just thought this would be easier. And what I did for here, as you can see, whenever whenever you get this rope, you'll have this, like, it's not shrink tubing, whatever this is right here, that makes the eye for your loop. And for me, it was just a little too big for the accessory cord I got. And I did some research, and from what I saw, they were saying to get 7mm accessory cord with 11.4 or 11mm rope. Or no, sorry, it was 7/16 diameter, I think. Or anyway, the recommendation that I saw online, which was 7mm rope, and actually I'm wishing now I went with like an 8mm, because it's a little small for this loop, but it still works just fine. But if you were going to do this, I would recommend you getting 8mm accessory cord. Also, I'm not recommending you to do this. This is just what I'm doing. You're taking your life in your own hands by making your own tether and lineman and that kind of stuff. So I don't recommend this to anybody. I'm just kind of giving my opinion, and it's very easy just to go out and buy one from Tether, and you get all the safety along with it. So with this, what I did with this is I just took some sewing thread, very strong sewing thread, and just took the needle, put it through, and ran it back and forth until this stayed together, and took some red electrical tape, which I'm going to make. I'm going to do something to make this like more of a green or something to blend in with this more. I don't know what I'll do with that yet, but this is not going to be red in hunting season. But I just wrapped it up, so basically just made this a lot smaller. So yeah, and that just fit me better personally. So yeah, so that's what I did, and it comes with a stopper knot already, but if you don't know how to tie one, it's pretty easy. You just wrap the rope around your finger twice and put it back through this end. It's not that hard. You can look it up online. You know, you can look up how to tie a precinct too if you don't know, but I'm going to be showing in this video how to tie the double fisherman's knot on the end and the precinct. You can go look it up on other videos. I just thought that might be a little helpful. And the tips I kind of learned to tie the double fisherman's knot, because when I was looking it up, I had to look at a couple videos before I kind of figured it out. So, so yeah, I'm going to show you guys what this is like on the tree, why I did certain things to it, and yeah. Your precincts, put them through the loop, obviously. And with this loop, also I want to mention, make sure you size it correctly for your carabiner, because if your carabiner is any bigger than mine, this loop that I did wouldn't really work. So make sure that everything's going to be able to fit through the loop nice and easy. So fit it around the tree, pull this tight, shove this one precinct up against the tree, and that'll hold it there so it won't slide down. And this is what's going to attach to your bridge of your saddle. So yeah, so this is going to attach. Obviously, it's very, it's very safe. It's not coming like I have, you definitely have to move precinct for this to come down. Even if you did, it wouldn't really. It's not really sliding down, even if there's no pressure on it. But just for ease of use, that it just keeps it nice and snug up on the tree. And obviously, it's the advantage of the ropeman. The reason I'm getting a ropeman is because it's one-hand adjustability, and with the precinct, you're fine. You can move it up and down very easily. But when pressure gets on it, obviously it gets tighter, harder to move. It's just a little more cumbersome, to be honest. But if you're on a budget, this will work just fine. So yeah, obviously this red piece is sticking out a little bit, so I'm definitely going to do something with that. But yeah, so that's how my tether's going to work. And I'm doing my way I'm getting up a tree a little different than normal people. I'm gonna one stick, but instead of using my, I'm getting 50 foot of sterling HTP, I believe, 9mm rope. I could be saying that wrong, or it could be the wrong name. But instead of having that as my tether, and just having it have a roll pouch and having it just kind of all up in the way, I'm going to have my tether here, climb up with this, but I'm going to rappel down and take this off and put my sterling rope, 9mm rope, on here, just so I have a normal tether, and just the extra couple pounds isn't going to bother me. I'm already cutting off so much weight with the one stick method. So yeah, that's it. So I'm going to show you now how to tie a double fisherman's knot, and a precinct knot. Okay, I've got my probably 1.5 foot long piece of rope. You'd want a little longer rope if I were making a precinct like this one. This one's a little longer than this one I put up here, just because it's holding my carabiner. It needs to be a little longer. This is not going to hold anything. So it's obviously going to be different sizes. It's probably like 2 foot, and this is probably 2.5 foot of rope. And cut off a little more than you need, or you think you need, just because I know when I first did it, this is what I cut off, and it was definitely not enough. So this is just for demonstration purposes, so I don't have to cut off any more of my rope. But measure it out and do about 2 feet worth of rope, and that should get you good, or get you going. So to tie the double fisherman's knot, you're going to take your ropes, take the rope on the right for me, and you're going to put it over the other side, under, over again. So you're putting it over the loop, like you're making like a loop all the way around, and you're going to put it off behind on the back side like you're trying to make an X. I don't know if you can see that, but it's like that. So once again, over, take the right side, put it over the left, under, back, over the loop you made, and then back through the loop. So just like that. And make sure you have plenty of tag in to make your double fisherman's knot. So that's going to be your tag end, and you're going to take whatever tag end is, or whatever tag end you use to make the knot, use the opposite. So it would be this side for me. Take it, put it over, just like you did before, back on top, and then back through. And make sure also that you burn your ends before you do this. Whenever you cut your rope, you never want to have a loose end. Always burn them. Add a little less tag in than I need, just because I wanted to be able to show the percent. But basically, you're gonna have it like this. There's gonna be two knots, and you're just gonna take it and you're gonna slide the top knot down to the bottom, and then just pull both ends, pull it tight, and kind of shove it. And that's a double fisherman's knot. Obviously, this is too short. You obviously want to have a longer tag end. I was trying to be able to leave enough room so I could show you how to tie the purse on this as well. So have more tag end than this, longer rope than this. Just give you plenty of stuff to work, give you plenty of room to work with, so you can make this very easy. But this is a very strong knot, double fisherman's knot, very easy. And to make the purse, all you're gonna do is take your rope and you're gonna put the purse under. You're gonna take the knot, go through the purse loop, go back under, put the purse knot back through again, and you're gonna want to do this 3 times. This rope isn't gonna be long enough for me to do it 3 times. And make sure that your rope is always organized, and that any of these loops right here, that they're not overlapping like that. See how that one is overlapping? Always make sure it's nice and tidy. And that's your purse. When I pull this way, it won't move. Pull it that way, it won't move. But if you just slide it, it'll slide very easily. So and you're gonna want to do this 3 times. I can't do it that much. This is just 4. So whenever you do your purse, count how many loops there are. On this one there's 4. There should be 6. So there should be 2 more on each, or 1 more on each of these ends, which would make 6 loops, and that would be good enough for a purse. I'll show you on the other one I made. So on this one that's holding my, it's going to go to my bridge. Obviously you can see there's 6 loops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right there, which is perfect purse right there. And I'm going to show that one more time. So you take it, put it under, so here's your rope, put it under the rope, hold this, put the knot through the rope like that, snug it down, and do it 2 more times. So do it at least 3 times. You can do it as many times as you want to, but do it at least 3 times. Put it back through the loop at least 3 times. So yeah, that's your double fisherman's knot and your purse. So yeah, I hope you guys like this video. I hope this was very informative. If you want to learn probably easier, better on some other videos about how to make a double fisherman's knot or make a purse, this video is not going to be super easy to tell what I'm doing, just because I'm still learning how to film and all that kind of stuff. So I'm sorry about that, but just go to any other videos, look up double fisherman's knot or purse knot, and you'll be able to see very easily if you can't understand from this video. I hope my tips on how I built my tether might have helped you or given you ideas if you want to build your own tether. And if not, go buy one. It's really, I think this saved me like maybe $10, I think. And if you have like an REI place right next to you, or you live close to an REI like I do, you can just go buy pretty much all this. I don't know if you'll be able to buy the Samson Predator rope. It's very possible. I didn't get it off their website, like I said. I got it off of Double Step Archery. But yeah, I just kind of had everything else lying around the house: the zip tie, the red cord, the sewing stuff. I just got my mom to show me how to sew, that kind of stuff. It was very easy, very simple, but you obviously don't have to make a smaller loop like that. So anyway, I'm gonna quit rambling. I hope you guys have a great day. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and leave your tips or comments, or leave anything down in the comments to help. That might help me out with filming, or maybe give me some advice on how I can make this tether better, or how I can camo this red part on my tether. Anything like that, any information would help. I appreciate everything you guys have done in my videos. So yeah, have a great day.